All right, Coach. You knew that this game would be physical. You knew that it would be fast-paced. Baylor hit 8 threes in the first half. What can you say about your team's effort to power through this one?
Well, it's crazy. I was just saying that what happens in the NCAA tournament, you have to be prepared for every single thing that could possibly happen. So you go into the tournament and you go, Baylor makes like 6 threes a game, and they just make 26 in 2 games. So, you think well, they're not going to make 14. Okay, so they only made 12. And a lot of those they run great stuff. I mean, they're a really good team. They were like this. And every little mistake we made, they got an open 3. So halftime was all about changing a lot of the coverages that we had and hope, almost like cross your fingers and say, hope. They can't make that many in the second half. I think they made 4 in the second half, right? I never thought that we would lose, but I knew that if things didn't change, it was going to be a lot tougher than it looked. And that second half, for everything they did, Azzi did it better. Yeah. And that was the key.
Yeah, let's get into that third quarter. Coming into this game, you said you were still trying to incorporate Azzi. Mm-hmm. You're hoping to have Aubrey back at 100%, and they both have big third quarters. What was it like seeing them contribute in a way that was so impactful for your team?
Well, that was a tale of 2 completely different players, right? Azzi's out there, and she gets 16 points in the third quarter, and Aubrey gets 4 for the game. And yet they both had a similar impact in winning the game. It seemed like every time Azzi shot it went in. And when it didn't go in, Aubrey got the rebound. So the 2 of them, one, because she's just offensively so gifted, and the other one is, is capable of doing things nobody else on our team can do. So those 2 are kind of unique on our team, and they did what they do. It's, when you play here, there comes a point, when you're out there playing and you realize this isn't like any place else. We don't have the luxury of playing bad and losing in the NCAA tournament at home or anywhere for that matter. So I think that starts to kick in, and then all of a sudden you go into another gear. And with Nika pushing the pace the way she does, man, oh man, they just got to go because she's hard to keep up with.
Coach, you're heading to your 29th consecutive Sweet 16. How does it feel to hear that, especially given the season that you've had so far?
29 straight Sweet 16s. Well, I mean, all the Einsteins out there in the world would say, well, that's because we play all the, second round games at home, which is, just the way it is. And we're going to 29th in a row. And we've been all over the country in the regionals. And it doesn't matter where we go, if we're good enough, we're going to win. If we're not, we're not. Bottom line is you have a regular season and you try to win as many games as you can so that you can play at home or close to home, just like they do in every other sport in the world. But you still got to be good enough to win the games. And you still have to have the kind of team that can withstand really good teams coming in. If you looked at what's happened the last 2 days in women's basketball, how many teams got beat on their home court? So you still have to be good enough. I don't care where they play the game, you still have to be good enough. And I'm really proud of all the players that we've had come through here, that through it all, we've always been good enough to get there. But I've said that. I think our program hopefully is structured so that year in and year out, we have an opportunity to get there. What happens there? Well, then that's a whole different ball of wax, And but that's something we'll worry about next weekend.
All right. See you in Seattle.
All right. Thank you.